Happens to me all the time. I'm on time, everybody's late. That's why I never get to the airport early, because I know the flight will be delayed.
to the second half of the June 14th, 2023 redistricting hearing. We are going to now begin. I believe our attorneys are printing. They're in the process of printing the final maps or maps. Okay, no, he told me that. So we're just waiting for us to get a copy of the versions that we discussed during the break. And prayerfully, we will be ready to make a motion in a second and settle on a map.
Can we make the motion now?
No, there has
For
to
the
be
purpose of discussion?
a presentation. He has a little presentation, a mini
We can
presentation.
still make the motion now for the purpose of discussion, right?
Okay,
Right?
yes.
Okay. A motion for the version 12 map that we've agreed to and everybody's spoken to? And then we can discuss it.
Yes, we need to see the
Yeah.
final version of it.
Okay.
Here they come.
I thought we were reconvening the meeting because everybody was ready.
Yes, but
Yeah, right?
Well, we were, and then
map 12, to the chair, map 12, I think that it had some additions and subtraction. I would like to
Right,
see-
right.
That's right.
Yeah.
As amended.
As amended was a motion, really, yeah.
Yes.
But instead of waiting for the
But
maps to come in, we know what
Remember,
we...
when you take out from one area, you gotta make it up in another, so that's what we gotta see,
Correct.
what they have.
Correct.
So technically, we're not gonna see the other maps? So we're not gonna see the other maps technically?
if there's more than one, we will see.
I have a different one that I would like you to see.
We will see.
I would like you all to see.
We will see. Whatever they have, we will all review. Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Madam Chair. We'll take a minute to load up. What we're going to do, we've set up a PowerPoint with the 5 different alternatives for your consideration.
These are
District-
5 alternatives of version 12?
No, ma'am.
No.
Let me walk through.
Okay.
Commissioner Reyes was satisfied with version 12, but would like to hear from his colleagues. Commissioner Carollo had an alternative. Commissioner King has an alternative
Of version 12.
of version 12, yes.
Uh-huh.
Commissioner Diaz-La Portilla has version 14, and Commissioner Sabina Covo also did a different version. So there's 4 versions plus V12. That's 5.
Okay, so, but my version was from version 12,
That is correct, ma'am.
and Commissioner Corio's version is version 12,
Yes.
and your version worked off of version 12. So the 3 of us worked off of version 12. He has version 14.
No, I said before the break,
He's with version 12,
as amended.
as amended.
What discussed over the break. So version 14 remains as part of the record as a constitutionally compliant map for future reference. Remember, we vote on it today, but then we have to go to, it's a judicial process in place, right? So I want to make sure that on the record, he's already said 3 times that it's constitutionally compliant, version 14.
Okay,
But I'm okay with version 12 as amended. I think publicly we've all stated what we want. And I think Commissioner Covo has a totally different perspective on what you want to do. But I think I'm okay with version 12. I'm confident I'm okay with version 12.
Okay,
So
so
I
let me
think we
do
can
this.
very
Let me
quickly
walk
come to
you through the
consensus, so just-
changes
okay,
in each version.
okay.
No, walk us through the changes on version 12.
Yes,
See if people
As
are okay with it.
sure.
We get to 4 votes or 5 votes, and we're good to go. And not waste people's times anymore, right?
Okay, ready for your presentation?
Ready?
Go ahead.
I have a question, and that's to the attorney. Commissioner Diaz-La Portilla says that he wants to, include in the record, and it is constitutional right. But can the judge use that map instead of the other one?
No.
I'm sorry. The version that he had suggested earlier, version 14, you're asking about that? Yeah,
Yes.
it's a constitutional map.
Okay, but by including.
But you have to
By
vote on it.
including it in the record, could the judge say, okay, instead of the one that you voted on, I am going to force this one?
The answer to your question, if I may, the judge is free to make an independent determination. He may take any one of the 5 versions, and he may elect to have a special master draw his own plan. Oh, if and only if he determines that whatever is voted on today is constitutionally infirm. If what is voted on today he finds to be constitutionally compliant, then that will be the map.
But let me
Ma'am.
ask you, for the record, our versions, each version is constitutionally sound, correct?
Yes,
Each version.
Each version is within the acceptable deviations. Each version is available for you all to debate and vote on.
And Madam Chair, just to add, and I want to make a clarification, my version was also gotten from map 12
That is correct.
as well. So it's also changed as to map 12 as well.
Yeah. All versions basically
Come from,
make changes to version 12.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. Let's start with the presentations then.
But only one version is going to be voted on today, probably ideally, right? So that's fair, that's fair. So we vote on that one version as amended, and that's the official position of the city of Miami.
What I would
Okay.
envision is, once I present the 5 versions, you all will discuss, you all will debate, there will be a motion for
Right.
one or more plans, and, you know, eventually, whatever reaches majority support will be the plan.
Agree on 12 amendment.
It's just like the last one.
That's right. I would like to see version 12 with all the amendments that each one
course,
of
sir.
us. Okay, that, please.
I will walk through every version for you.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Well, I'm not sure we need to do that, do we? You want to do that? You want to walk through every version? Okay. It's
Okay,
only
so
5?
On the screen is a draft version. You've seen that, so I don't think I need to discuss that. So let's go
So
to.
for the record, just so that we're clear, the draft plan proposal
Is
as
12.
labeled right now is your original version 12.
It's version 12, which is the version.
Without
that
without it being
Commissioner-
amended.
Commissioner Reyes said he is okay with, but wants to listen to any other changes.
Okay.
So I put it as a draft plan. I could have said, this is Commissioner Reyes's plan, but it is the draft plan.
when did the amendments to version 12 happen? During the break? I have not seen those, so.
Yeah, the amendment, all the changes have been, I have met with each one of you as I was directed, and I have made changes
gonna
that
see
each
them
one
now.
of you
Okay.
have asked for. All right, so let's go to the next one. Okay, this is the version 14. This is the D1 alternative map with a deviation of 2.3. It basically, you know, if I'm going to explain it, it basically does some changes to D4, brings it down past US 1. It leaves most of what was District 3 in the draft plan intact. District 1 stays intact. District 5 also stays intact. No, District 5 actually on the coast comes down further in the to the south, up to the 195, and the overall deviation is 2%. I'll go through each one, and then if you have more questions on them, we'll go back to them. So let's go to the next alternative. Okay, this is the D5 alternative. The D5 alternative leaves District 1, 3, and 4 intact. It makes a change between District 5 and District 2 at the north coastal end to bring all of Morningside into D2. Is that correctly stated? Okay,
It puts Morningside back in D2.
yes. All right, so let's go to the next one. And it has a deviation of 3.4%, way within constitutional parameters. Okay, this is the D3 alternative map. It has a deviation of 3.5. it also puts Morningside back into D2. So it is the same D5 as Commissioner King has configured. D1 was not touched. There are changes between D2, D3, and D4. At the bottom of, at the south end of D3, what it did was it took from, I believe, 27th to 22nd Avenue back into D2, which is, some people consider the Groves, you could argue as to whether that's part of the traditional Grove or not, but that, it is what it is. That's what it's done. What it then does is that bottom part continues to go up. It goes past Simpson Park, and it goes further east into the downtown area. In the division between 3 and 4, it moves the district line a couple of blocks to address the issue that was discussed regarding Domino Park. And at the bottom, it also does a little turn. Basically, that and the change that was done at the north end between 3 and 4 were issues that we had to deal with to equalize population. So the Alt3 map has District 5's alternative to District 5 and does not touch District 1, only changes between 2, 3, and 4. Okay, next. District 2's alternative map has a 4.2% deviation. It also brings Morningside back into D2, and it takes basically all the area south of US 1 that in the base plan was wrapping around District 4, was part of D3 wrapping around District 4. All of that is incorporated now into D2. So the major changes are all area south of US 1 goes back into D2, and Morningside goes back into D2. Have I accurately described your plan? Okay.
And keeps the Grove United.
And keeps the Grove United. Okay. Next.
This is the fifth
Into the
one.
microphone.
That's the last one? Oh, okay. Okay, so I gave you all of them.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so those are the, the different alternatives. As I've said many times to you before, and not necessarily to you, Commissioner Covo, because you weren't there at the first round, but there are literally thousands of ways to draw a constitutional map. We approach the draft plan from the point of view of looking only at race as was necessary to comply with the Voting Rights Act in D5. We have otherwise not considered any racial or ethnic considerations, have basically provided a different political and policy alternative from the plaintiff based on my conversations with the majority of you. And with that, Madam Chair, I am available to answer questions, and I leave it to you to debate, discuss, and vote.
Got a quick question, Madam Chair. What is, by law, the highest deviation that we can go to?
Normally, the courts have set kind of a bright line. Overall deviation should not exceed 10%. That is what they consider substantial equality.
10%.
Yes.
And we're way below the...
I believe, and again, since we've done this pretty fast, but I believe there's no map that goes beyond 5% overall deviation.
No, in fact, they're quite low. The alternative maps that we were shown by plaintiffs, what deviation were they in? What range?
I forget alternative 1. From memory, I could tell you alternative 2 was 6.9%, and the alternative that they dropped on us last night was 5%.
Okay. So they're all much higher than any of the deviations that we have.
They are higher, they are within acceptable range, but they are higher.
The draft,
Alternative one, Commissioner, had 5.3, of the plaintiffs had 5.3 deviation.
if I may, Madam Chair, the draft plan proposal that we have here is identical to version 12. Is that correct?
The draft plan proposal is alternative 12.
Identical to to version 12.
The draft plan is version 12.
It's version 12, okay.
Yes, sir.
No changes,
No change.
okay.
All changes were made from version 12 by the different commissioners.
So for the purpose of discussion, without any motion or anything yet, we can talk a little bit, I think, about the amendments, the minor tweaks that we want to do to this draft plan proposal, right? Instead of having a back and forth on 5 different plans. So if what's being presented before us as a draft plan proposal, which is a city manager and city attorney and our experts, there are some tweaks that have to be made to that. I understand the conversation we had before the break. Can we, for practical purposes, just work off that version and say, well, add this, take that out, whatever it is, right? And then we still can have the debate about the other 5 or the other 4 plans, right? Because I think it's just a back and forth that's not going to result in anything other than what the final result everyone knows is going to be, right?
I have a suggestion, Madam Chair. To your point, Commissioner Diaz de la Portilla, if we have 5 maps and we already saw them, right? And we have this as a base plan, we might discuss from this one, including the petitions that we have in each of our plans.
That's the idea, yeah.
I
exactly.
mean, that would, like, for instance,
Yeah.
if my priority is actually to keep Coconut Grove together, then we can discuss it and see what I can get from that, because in this second plan, from the one that I had before, I lose, from what I've seen, about 4,000 people. So things like that, I think that if everyone agrees, we could work it out of version 12, since all of them come from version 12.
Yes.
We already saw each of our ideas. I'm not sure what you guys think about that.
Yeah, and
Yes,
Yes.
I'd like to make one tweak.
We're going to go to tweaking in a minute. The idea is we start, I would think, from version 12, and then we could do for example, version 14, my version, I already put on the record that it's constitutionally compliant as every other version is. So that's already done. So I'm done with that. And now I'm in version 12, the draft plan proposal. Let's take it from there, and everybody can say what they want, what they don't want, and then we move forward from that. It's an easier way to get there. It's a better roadmap than discussing 5 plans that are going
Right,
to take
I
us
don't,
all
I
over the
don't think we
place.
need to discuss 5 plans. I think from what I heard, D3 alternative map incorporates all of us. And then the map that doesn't coincide with the D3 alternative map is the D2 alternative map. I think those are the only 2 that we need to, because for Commissioner Reyes, for Commissioner Carollo, for myself, I don't know if you're in favor of D3, the D3 alternative map, which is the,
The D3 alternative plan is the amended draft plan proposal that
Yes.
takes it 2 blocks down to include Domino Park and back into
Yes,
Commissioner
yes,
District. That's
yes,
the
yes.
Commissioner Carollo's district.
Yes.
That's fine. There's no other change, right?
I have one other change that I'd like to make.
Well,
There's-
no, there's no other change as far as Commissioner Carollo is
No.
concerned. Okay, we're done with that.
Yes.
So 3 and 4 are happy with each other.
Yes,
So there's kumbaya going on over there.
and 5.
What you want here is you want People's Barbecue.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that. You got
Yes.
People's Barbecue.
I'd like.
All right,
that
that's
was an
fine.
oversight.
And I'll tell you why, because you've invested, your Overtown CRA has invested a lot of dollars in a historic restaurant that means a lot to that community and to your community.
Yes.
And I understand. I would like every once in a while to be able to have some ribs and some oxtail there, but that's a different conversation. I'll pay for it, not a problem. But I can still go there, right?
Absolutely.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Hey, for the record, let the record reflect that I can still go to People's Barbecue.
Absolutely.
All right, so we'll include that in the amendment.
Right.
That's
So
fine.
if you can include that into the D3
The D3,
alternative map.
yes.
So that keeps it in line with the
Could-
consensus that we have.
could you, Commissioner, give us bearings,
We
directions.
will, and I want to make sure it's only People's Barbecue, nothing else. Don't get greedy.
It will be, it's 7th Street. It's just after you get, it's just one
350
block.
Northwest 8th Street.
Is that the address?
Yeah, that's the address.
Okay.
350 Northwest 8th Street. 350 Northwest 8th Street. Best oxtail,
I would bring the
best
box-
oxtail in town when they reopen, right? Right?
So I'd bring the southern border down the 7th Street from 8th Street.
Yes,
Yes,
it's one
please.
block. No, you bring it up. From 7th Street to 8th Street.
The current southern
Oh,
border.
yeah, I'm sorry, you bring down the southern border, that's correct. You're
Yes,
correct, yes,
yes.
correct.
And you
350, again.
Leave that in D3, the alternate D3 alternative map, and
As amended, 350 Northwest 8th Street is now included in District 5, no longer in District 1.
Okay. what I-
But only one block, only that place, nothing else. Nothing to the left, nothing to the right, nothing to the south, nothing to the north.
And precisely, so there is no misunderstanding, and also so the record reflects what's being done. Certainly, you're free to continue to debate different plans, et cetera, but before
The involvement and the investment,
before there is a motion, we'd actually like to model and put on the screen
please,
that change.
yes,
and tell us
Make sure
about
that
the
everybody is
deviation.
okay with it.
Yes,
yes,
yes.
sir.
Okay?
Good idea.
Okay?
Yes.
So that, once your debate is finished, will take us 10 minutes to do, and I'll show it up on the screen.
So are we still debating from D3 or from 12? Okay.
D3 is 12.
They're all the version 12,
Mm-hmm.
but the D3 alternative map
Is the one that looks more similar?
is the one that there's most consensus about.
Do
Okay.
you want to put that one up and me to go over it again, or not? I'm yours all day.
We're not gonna be here all day. And neither are you, because we're done. I think we're almost there, right? Yeah.
I think so.
So for purposes just of the record, while he's putting it up, while Chris is putting it up, Mr. DeGrande, can we just place on the record the D3 alternative map and just what you wanted to say really quickly?
No. The only thing that I wanted to make sure is that, to have Chris make that change, the People's Barbecue.
And does that change the deviation any? I'd like to know
I
that.
understand, but, I'd like to
It's
see.
People's Barbecue, how much can it change the deviation?
It may be
There-
zero.
There
Right,
are
I
no
don't think it
residents,
would
there are
change
no
it at
residents
all,
of
but
People's Barbecue.
I don't
there.
think it would change it at all, but I just want to put it on the record.
Yes.
But I understand, Madam Chair, but I'd like you to see it
Of course.
visually and say, that's what I asked for.
So we
Or
take
that's
a-
not what I
So we
asked.
take a 10-minute recess?
No.
Well, they're
No,
gonna
no, no, because if I lose you,
No,
I might lose you
no, I'm
for
saying is,
30 minutes.
it's gonna take 10
It'll
minutes.
take them less than 10 minutes to.
Can I ask
Before,
him,
okay.
put in the record a couple things while we're waiting?
Yes,
Mr. DeGrande, what is, since in these three districts, we're not going to have People's Barbecue doing a deviation. In District 4, 3, and 2, what is the population on each of these districts, the way you have it now?
I'll have to wait for my data guy to give us the numbers.
What do we hire you for? Is the data guy that we need?
There's only one computer, and I don't have it, so.
Can I ask a question, Madam Chair?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want to know, because I'm extremely committed and I want to put it on the record to keep Coconut Grove United, as you already know. Can you give me the number of how many, from the map that we have now currently under which we're working, what else do I lose from the North Grove with this map? Can we see those numbers?
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
important, to see if at least I can get part of the Grove United, because I see that I don't have a consensus, but I really need to fight for this.
Yes, ma'am. As soon as Chris finishes with that and gets back on the screen, I will walk you through that.
I believe,
I mean, I could tell you from memory, it restores the 1,571 in the plan that was struck down, that went south in the Grove, back into D2. So that's 1,571. and it keeps that line of US 1 intact. And then there was a portion in the draft plan that went from 27th Avenue to 22nd Avenue that was in the draft plan in D3. Commissioner Carollo ceded that property or that land back into D2. So those are the gains.
What
from-
about the west of Alcott Street and Bay Heights?
Bay Heights remains in D3,
Remains in D3,
yes.
but it was in D2. So now I'm giving up Bay Heights, technically.
That is correct.
I want to see those numbers. I'm not going to vote for that. I'm getting less from the Grove.
Well,
I mean, from
It's-
uniting Coconut Grove, I'm getting less now.
if you
And
look
that's
at.
all my constituents are asking for.
Yeah, if you look at numbers, I can walk you through those numbers. It's
I mean,
really
I just want to put the numbers on the record.
Sure, sure. But I'm trying to respond to your question. It's a trade-off. What that amendment does is it gives back to the Grove from 27th to 22nd, and then it continues to go up where it ended in the draft plan, up all the way to Simpson Park and into part of downtown. So it creates a straight line on South Miami Avenue.
Okay, let's keep rolling. I don't see the logic in it, but
That's not for me to say. You're the policymakers.
Okay. That's the point of the recess, right? Over here. Right here.
Now he's gonna.
He's gonna put it up
with
now.
People's Barbecue,
As soon as he connects.
right. You can have it.
That was fast.
They're gonna be talking about it.
Less than 10 minutes. Okay, could you blow up that area? Just want to make sure.
So we just moved the border here in the Overtown region down from 8th Street down to 7th.
Could you blow it up more?
That's as much as it's letting me blow up on this thing.
How many, am I made?
Okay.
How many people are you adding and subtracting?
It actually reduces the deviation slightly to.
I know, that's what I thought.
What's the deviation
By how
now?
much? 3.3? Okay,
Which deviation?
3.3.
That's right.
D3. Oh, it's the whole,
The whole map is 3.3.
Yeah.
3.3.
But how many people are you adding to District 5 when you take away from District 1? Or, right? You're adding a block, how many people?
Give me one moment, I can look that up.
Okay, I thought that's what you were doing, the 10-minute break you had.
The deviate, is it,
I'm being rough
The
on him.
lower the
I've
deviation,
been
is
rough.
that better?
The lower the deviation, the
It's
better.
better.
Of course,
The
yes.
lower the
Zero is
devi-
perfect.
And by the
Zero
way-
is but the lower our deviation is, the better.
Yes.
But we can go as high as 10%.
You could, at that point, the court is probably going to
To
need
look- right.
justifications on the record. But
What's the
three-
deviation of the plaintiff's map that they're proposing?
There was alt 1 was 5.3, I believe, alt 2 was 6.9.
Right.
And alt 3 was 5%.
So ours is a lot better
It's the
in
lowest
terms of
deviation.
absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. How many people are you adding?
530 people are being moved, Commissioner.
530 people are being moved
530, yes.
from that one block.
It's actually 3 blocks. It was a strip across the southern side.
No, we had this conversation before. Your software may not allow you to do it, but you can do it, right? If we have better software, basically. So in essence, why, yeah, they do the whole strip.
Yeah, but you actually gonna make the deviation a lot better and even it out. Here, if you could.
Yes.
Let me ask him
Yes.
a question and you'll get the better feel.
And the software, Commissioner, if I could interrupt for a second, goes to the block level. We can't go any further than that.
Yeah, if you could give us,
I could move just that one block.
Yes.
But
Of
not
course
the
you
other
can.
2 blocks, that, I could do that. I understood you wanted me to bring the border down to
No,
7th Street.
I gave you an address.
Okay.
There's a reason why I gave you a specific address. I didn't say, I said it's a block south, but I gave you a specific address, which is three,
Can I have 1 minute?
of course, you have more than one.
before you go in the 1 minute, can you give
350.
me, because these 3 are not gonna change, the total population for D4, D3, and D2?
Yes, Commissioner.
I know what he did.
Commissioner, the total population of District 3 is 89,194 in that version of the map.
Right?
D4 is 89,555, and D5 is 86,600.
No, I said D2.
Oh, D2 is 89,593.
Okay, so these 3 districts are right together in numbers,
Yes, Commissioner.
okay?
Very close.
All right, so let's see, once you work that out, what these 2 others have.
Right. Correct.
Obviously, there are considerations and which districts in the future are going to have the most growth.
That's the issue, right? So we don't want to go beyond, it doesn't impact any other district. It's really a debate between District 5 and District 1, right?
I want to,
Oh, but hold on a second.
okay, sorry, I'll go after.
I'm sorry. So the debate, this particular part, to get this off the table, you're right, it's a growth, but we have to be concerned about the growth. Commissioner Koval, your district is way overpopulated. So at the end of the day,
That's what-
at the end, you're gonna have to lose stuff.
I know that
So
I
you
have
gotta
to-
pick your poison, whether you like it or not. You gotta lose some stuff.
If-
But that's that part, but that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is between District 5 and District 2.
Okay.
And
then-
District 1, I'm sorry. So in essence, you got the map there. We want People's Barbecue to stop talking about People's Barbecue if we can. District 5 has publicly agreed that she's okay with only having that. You already have the map, what was given to you right now on the record. So you're fully aware of what we want to do. Fix that and leave it alone, and then we talk about everything else.
I'm going to put it up on the screen for you right now.
No, but Madam Chair, I want to answer your question. So what's happening is that when we draw my map, and if you want, you can also pull it again, we're still within the constitutional lines. We still are compliant with District 5. We are still in the deviation that is correct. We reunite the grove. I keep Bay Point and Morningside as well. I'm still a bit overpopulated because we went through the numbers. What I'm asking for, again, is, with all due respect, to try and keep the Grove more united, because in this version, I lose even more voters of the North Grove. And that's part of the amount of people that came to us and say, we really want the Grove united. So I'm fighting for what my constituents want, technically.
Let me ask a question. Is the Bahamian community in the Grove in the D3 alternative map?
Yes.
The Bahamian community is in the Grove. Okay.
What we did, Commissioner, if you recall, the original plan had, I believe it was 1,571 folks that we crossed south of US 1, created a little triangle to bring that into D4 to equalize population. We have taken that out. So the line at that part of the Grove is US 1, which is, I would argue it was only a little sliver of the Bahamian Grove, but nevertheless, the answer to your question is the Bahamian Grove is now in the Grove.
Okay, because that was a huge contention the first time around, that the Bahamian Grove was taken out of D1,
D2
D2.
D2.
But now the Bahamian Grove
is back in
is
D2.
is back in D2?
Yes.
Okay.
So Commissioner Culver, you've done a heck of a lot of a better job than your predecessor did, by the way.
Thank you, but I still need to do better. I still need a chunk of the
understand.
North Grove to make
But
sure
you're
that
doing
I'm
a-
happy.
You're doing a lot better than Commissioner Russell ever did for keeping that community divided. The problem that you have, and that we all have, is that your district is overly populated.
I could
That's the
keep the
problem.
North Grove together and give up some of the West Brickell part as well, if we can see those numbers.
Again,
Do you have the new map?
that's up to you.
So this,
Yeah, it'll come up in a minute.
you're putting up the D3 alternative map, which is now the deviation is 3.3,
Correct.
and it includes the Bahamian Grove.
Yes,
And
the
it
deviation,
includes-
I don't believe it'll be 3.3, because 3.3 was...
3.6, that's fine.
Yes, 3.6.
And you only took
Now
out,
it's 3.6?
It's
That's fine.
3.6.
With the inclusion of People's Barbecue?
yes.
With the inclusion of People's Barbecue.
I'm looking at it,
Oh,
but
I thought he just said it was 3.3.
It was
it was-
3.3 when he put in 3 blocks,
he's putting in
and
one
you all
block.
said, no, it's just People's Barbecue.
Yes,
So he
same
reran
thing.
the numbers,
So
it
why
runs
don't
to
you put in the 3
3.6.
blocks so
Right,
we
so
get a
we can get-
deviation of 3.3?
No, but it's not that much of a difference in the
We
growth.
need-
It's, no, 3.3 and 3.6 versus 5.9 for the plaintiff's map.
5.3, 6.9, and 5.0.
Right, we're still in good constitutional ground, and I think we have a good case. The growth there is going to be very interesting moving forward. I think it works. It's not the end of the world.
So what is, just for the record, what is the map that we're looking at right now is the
3.6.
D3 alternative
Alternative.
map?
It's District
Version
3,
2.
alternative map, version 3, I think, right?
No, version 2. Well,
Version 3, yeah,
The
version
reason
3.
I,
You did a 2 that they didn't accept. Okay, version 3,
Version 3, District 3,
3.6.
3.6.
And it includes what change? The people's
You already said,
barbecue?
that's the only change that includes, right there on the map.
Okay,
So we already,
perfect.
it was very
I just
clear.
wanted, remember that,
I understand.
we just need to be clear for the written record.
It's very clear.
Okay.
We've said it 3 times, very clear. 3.6 deviation. It includes People's Barbecue into District 5 from District 1. And it includes the Bahamian Grove into District 2, back into District 2. The argument that the plaintiffs made that the Black Grove, as they call it, for lack of a better term, was divided, now it's united. It also includes every other amendment and suggestion from every other commissioner that's been made. And I think that it's clear that we can now move this and then have a discussion about it, because I think we're in a good place,
Yeah.
instead of prolonging the debate.
Can I get for the record, now with the change of those 2 blocks of People's Barbecue, is it 2 blocks or 1 block?
One block.
One block,
One
People's
versus
Barbecue.
3, yeah.
What is then the final population of D1 and D5?
Total pop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Commissioner, D1 is now 87,455,
okay.
and D5 is now 86,444.
Yeah.
So it's only a 10-person difference from what I
Correct,
thought I
Commissioner.
had before, okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Not a big deal.
So
And
there,
also for the record, Mr. DeGrandi, it is fully compliant with all your constitutional bells and whistles?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much.
Can I now move it, or not yet?
Can I get one more question, please, before you move it?
Yeah, well, I can move it, and you can discuss anything you want after.
Then please move it and we'll discuss it
Okay,
afterwards.
can I move
If
it?
Madam Chair says yes.
I move it. Commissioner Reyes seconds, and now we can discuss it. What's happened to your microphone? It died. There comes Todd.
I have a
There
motion.
comes
To the
Todd.
rescue.
I have a
There comes
motion
Todd.
and a second, and now we open it up for discussion.
So my first question and request would be why Coconut Grove would lose also Bay Heights? When Bay Heights was part of it, does it make a real difference in the numbers? Because Bay Heights have been historically part of Coconut Grove as well.
It would make a difference. Anything you do makes a difference in the numbers, and the issue is how does that ripple and how does that increase the deviation? But all of them are policy choices for you to make.
Can we please see those numbers? Just see exactly what happens when Bay Heights comes back to D2?
Bay Heights, you would have to take everything that wraps around D4 from the south border all the way up, because you can't just take Bay Heights, that disconnects the southern part of that District 3.
But our lines before went like that.
But
I mean, the lines before were like
But
going
before
down
the
and they were
configuration-
going.
Before the configuration of D4 was somewhat different. I mean, I can tell you where the lines, where the streets are. If you look at where the border of District 4 is with District 3, that street that comes down, I believe if I'm not mistaken, that's the south wall of Bay Heights, right there. So I cannot connect the remaining southern portion to D3. I would have to take from D4 to be able to connect to that southern part of D3, which is what was done in the previous map.
What happens after we vote on these maps if the judge doesn't like it?
If the judge doesn't like
Because
it.
it doesn't look very similar to the plaintiff's maps. I'm just curious to see what the process is
Yeah,
moving
but
forward.
The plaintiff's maps are, their concept of what should be done doesn't have any more validity. And as a matter of fact, each one of your maps that you would adopt comes to the court with a presumption of good faith. So actually, your plan has more weight for a court than the plaintiff's map.
But they can also say that they don't like it as well. I just want to know due process, is it going to go?
When you talk about they, do you mean the court or
The
the
court.
plaintiffs? Oh, of course, the court could say,
This
I
is-
don't like it. And if your question is what happens then, as I said before, is the court could accept any one of the alternatives that have been proposed, and the court could elect to have a special master to draw its own plan, or the court can elect to take one of the plaintiff's plans. The court is the court. The court has the power to do what it feels is correct.
Got it.
Are we ready to take a vote?
I'm ready. I'll call the question then, right?
All in favor of the D3 alternative map as amended?
V3,
V3, well, I'm going to read the whole thing. D3 alternative map as amended, V3.
with a 3.6% deviation. Yes,
With
ma'am.
a 3.6% deviation.
Aye.
All in
I'm
favor?
voting no.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carries 4-1. We have our map.
Thank you.
This meeting is now concluded. Thank you all.